Hello fellow tankers, bonjour amis tankistes. In this video I will present you a gameplay on the second battle of Alamein map where I really encourage you to watch my main tutorial and actually some of the videos that I have already posted on this battle, and where I really claim that the B cap is the most important because once you control B, essentially you control A, and ultimately once you control two caps, you win the game. And definitely have a really good result on this map by focusing on B, whereas most of the time you will have a lot of people attacking C. Obviously C is important because if you completely neglect C, your spawn will be in danger. But again, very often I find that the two teams are focusing much too much on C, and that really controlling B and ultimately controlling A by exploiting this hill, and even from B sometimes pushing towards C, or even in this area can be actually much more effective. Let me just mention again that if you want to attack C, my advice is that you exploit the north of C, and that you really don't focus too much on this area where you will have a very static fight, whereas you can have a much more active fight here. And I have actually a gameplay on the conquest version number 1 or number 3 for this map, where the only cap is here, and where you will see a very active gameplay, essentially really exploiting the north of C. So without further ado, let me present you this gameplay with a fierce defense of B. Let's go. So I am playing my 6.3 German lineup in a 6.7 battle, starting with this Yak Panther, which is probably one of the very best SPG tier 2 tier in the game, which is extremely mobile, a good gun, very reasonable armor. So let me mention again that the reason why I go to B is that it plays really a central role, and also, as I mentioned in a previous gameplay, because it's actually strangely enough, despite its importance, the less popular cap. So here I bounce on the T-34-100, but I'm pretty sure that he has a shot and its reload is pretty slow, so I'm rushing it. So very often on B you will have actually very few enemies, which is again very paradoxical. So that actually a single player again can have a huge impact on the battle just by controlling B and helping their team to also control A. As you will see later in the gameplay, I will go on the hill to snipe toward A, but of course for the moment I have to concentrate on defending B. This AS1 here is a bit naive. It's obviously no match in a frontal opposition to my Yak Panther. So I'm going immediately toward this hill. Where you have an excellent view over the red tanks or the blue tanks, obviously if you are playing from the red side. But unfortunately, as you will see, I'm not cherry picking the gameplay, I will be a bit clumsy by first missing this Panther, but here I have to come back to B. And let me re-mention that this area is a very good area, obviously, to shoot at A, but also, especially in RB, once you have capped B, you can move there and come back to B if the enemy is coming back to B, and surprise them by exploiting the cover of all these buildings. And remember, obviously, that all these buildings are penetrable. So that if you see a tag in arcade, or even if you see a sign that there is a tank behind a building, don't hesitate to shoot. So I have to be careful with this Su-122, which is really extremely good SPG. I would say that in this BR range, this tank is now 6.7, but in this BR range, that's probably the best SPG with the Yak Panther. It has actually a reasonable armor, but also extremely good shells, much better than the Yak Panther actually. It's essentially the same shell that you will find on the T-54, 51, and you can find some gameplays where I played this Su-122. So I was going back to try to help my teammates on A, but I see that there is another tank coming to B. So this battle is a bit original in the sense that quite a few enemies came to B. So unfortunately, my teammate exchanged with the enemy and died. And I'm going back to A. So you see that during the entire game up to now, the enemy actually got C. And here I should have really taken my my time to shoot at this Jumbo 76, and I will be again quite clumsy. So again, the enemy focused a lot on C, so obviously got C most of the game. But again, you can very easily win this this battle by actually focusing on B and having a few tanks on A, which would be covered by the some tanks shooting from where I am, but obviously doing a better job than I'm currently doing. So here I'm considering coming back for this Jumbo, but he dies. And now I have to be a bit careful because some other tanks are coming to B, and this guy, which I killed already twice, this is T-34 100 and this Su-122, really wanted his revenge, and unfortunately not today. You see that from this hill again, you can really prevent the enemy from approaching A. And let me re-mention that if you want to get to A from the right side, my advice is actually to follow this road here, and from the blue side to actually follow this road, where you have actually a very useful rock over there. Really coming in this area is extremely dangerous, especially because you have tanks on the hill. So here I took a bomber, and unfortunately I'm about to jump in the bomber, and I see this Waffenträger, so I'm actually going toward it, because if I cannot kill it before I jump in my plane, obviously I would be dead. So the enemy is about to retake C, so I am actually not bombing the tank which is on C, but I'm bombing C preventively. And this T-26 will not anticipate that. He thought probably that I bombed him and I kill him while he's coming on C. So at this stage I will not see any other enemy, so I'm just accelerating, but nothing much nothing actually will happen, so I can actually stop the gameplay here. Let me really summarize again. The main lessons here is that from B, very often you will not have too many enemies, so that you alone can have actually a huge impact by actually controlling one cap, which is doing essentially half of the work that your team needs. Your team ultimately needs at least two caps to win the game. And from B, you can also very effectively help your team on A by really covering a very wide area. And again, let me remind you that if you want to go to A, follow, it's so simple, you just follow the main road here, which will give you the best cover, and from the red side, you follow this main road. You can also follow this main road, but definitely just following these main roads will give you the best access to A. And again, as for C is concerned, attack C from the north, but again, if you see too many of your allies on C, well, you'd better also help on B. So I thank you for watching, and also for supporting this channel by shooting at the subscribe button and firing a few likes to the videos that you enjoy, and hopefully this one. See you on the battlefield. À bientôt sur le champ de bataille.